if I look at the three of them, I don't think they would have ever had a busy day of shooting because everyone's always shooting on their own phone. So, extreme left,
Well
number
said.
one on social media.
Yeah.
Number one.
Number one.
Number
You're
one.
not far back, behind.
Number one.
Yeah,
I'm behind
but-
her, but
Number two.
What did you just say?
she's on her way of overtaking.
No,
me, yeah.
No, I am
She's doing very well.
Listen, I'm not talking about followers.
This one is taking over.
I'm still
Who's
there.
number one?
These are the
I think
gurus.
Taapsee.
No, I'll tell you.
Taapsee's taking the lead.
Taapsee's taking the lead.
And Varun Dhawan is best. Body, nose, eyes, everything, hair, everything is there. Taapsee is the correct one. She's the correct one.
But she's just begun, that's why.
Welcome to Star Stop. And I'm really, really excited to see you all. You know, today I have to narrate an amazing story before we go into Judwaa too, because of course there's so much we talk about the film.
Yeah.
So I told you half the story. So before he was a very big superstar. So,
Not a superstar,
So
actually.
first Sophia College, the first time I met Varun Dhawan, we made him take off his clothes. Okay, so he took off his clothes gladly in half a second, and all the girls went crazy. So thereafter we decided that every event that we go to where the crowd is slightly less, this is before he was a superstar, remember? We said we will take off his clothes. So he was always
Maybe he
ready.
does that only.
है ना? So he'll come. One day we'd gone to an event. Varun, do you remember the day when there was nobody there to say hello to you?
Very, very clearly, it was very heartbreaking.
This was in Pune.
It was in Pune. There were
Is
more.
it surreal now that, you know, now you can't even get out
Have
of
you
your own
been
house?
back to that mall?
Yeah, I have.
No, I have to tell you.
Been packed
So
there,
before
but-
Student of the Year, this was the thing. And then when we reached Koram Mall, I remember in Thane, I have the loudest voice in humanity. Okay, and I couldn't speak. And I just put the mic down and I looked at them and I said, the people wanted to jump off the buildings to see them.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, it was
crazy.
that bad. Or that good, you know. And then we all felt we had tears.
Because we finally
they have become superstars.
We managed.
But it was
to pull
amazing.
crowd.
If you look back at that day, did you ever think?
You know, I think Student is obviously going to be such a special film, and you know, because you've been part of it, how we started, how we were all nervous. We didn't know how the crowd will react, whether they will react or not react. Crowd not showing up at all, you know. So I count my blessings, honestly, whenever I go up on stage, whenever there's any live interaction, I don't leave anything. I mean, if I've got a temperature, whatever mood I'm in, I will give it. I'll make sure I'll give it my 200%.
That I have to tell you, no matter what event it was, no matter where it was always very, very 140% that he used to give, which is the same for the both of you.
Yeah.
Most hardworking person in the industry.
Definitely the most hardworking person I know in the industry. She's got a flight right now. So I got a flight today. I got back from Budapest in the morning today at 9:30. I know, I'm praising her.
Why do you assume that nobody knows about your lives? You're like,
And she-
I'm in Budapest, I'm getting onto the plane. Now
But
I'm
you know where she's off
I'm
to?
coming to Mahbub.
You know where she's off to?
Where are you off to?
London.
Oh,
She's going for a show. She's going to be flying off.
And I'm gonna be
She has a
performing
flight
too.
tomorrow morning, very early in the morning.
I'm
She's
coming to
going
her
Delhi.
as well.
Oh, you're going
She's
to
getting
Delhi?
all the awards. You're getting
She's getting all the awards.
all the awards. So listen,
awards I'm
congratulations. Listen
getting,
now.
yeah.
Stop being so humble now.
She's getting
Every
all the
single-
awards.
Apart from the
Money.
best actress, all awards I'm getting.
वो नहीं मिला अभी तक?
वो नहीं मिलेगा. अभी जुड़वा 2 के बाद शायद मिल जाए.
No,
उसके
this is
बाद
the- but this is
nominate हो रही
the
थी वो भी बंद हो जाएगा.
No.
नहीं.
But Varun, this
जुड़वा
is
2
a
के बाद.
sexy avatar of us.
It's
Yes,
amazing.
This sexy avatar, South
Shocking.
had seen, but huh?
Yeah, they had
South siren you
Let's
were.
see.
You were a
Yeah,
sexy
that's
South siren.
Yeah, they call that if you're a glamorous heroine. in
And
South.
so when you came to Bollywood, this is the difference the world is to say, ये तो अलग है तापसी का avatar. So were you finally happy that the skirt has gone from here to there?
Yeah. Finally, happy it's gone here. It's gone to bikini. It's gone everywhere. Yeah, but yeah, you have to change gears.
But was it sort of is this a more comfortable zone for you? Was this an easier film to shoot?
Yeah, it's an easier film to shoot because I have done for almost 7 years now. I'm in South. I've been working in South.
You're the
so-
senior most actress of the three, you know that.
Yeah,
Which one?
She is the senior most. She's been the longest.
yeah, I've been the
South, right?
longest.
No, yeah, total. I mean,
Generally,
acting.
she's more
Yeah.
senior too.
I just feel I've been in way too many films already.
Hearing that only is like, you're the senior nurse.
Yeah.
Like when you hear that in
Senior
any
most,
context,
You're like, oh my God.
Junior most person. Here.
I don't feel like it.
So tell me, does he ever have a tantrum on set? It's his dad's.
No, he has only struggle time on the set.
Why? Because his dad is.
Because his dad is the director.
No, but his dad loves it.
So what does he do when he's struggling?
Yeah, he
This is Varun. This is
struggles
Varun's
fingers.
continuously throughout
Yeah?
shoot. Okay, this is one.
Did your mother not put chili powder
She
on
did.
it?
She did. She would do that. You'd get that
Look
nail
at his
polish.
nails, yeah. Look
That
at
nail
his
polish.
nails, yeah.
You'd get that. This is just to hold my hand. But yeah, anyway. This
He's
is,
so sweet, yeah.
No, but I'll tell you honestly, the struggle was real. The struggle was more because dealing with two characters is not easy, you know.
Yeah.
And
Not at all.
in a comedy, trying to make people laugh You want them to laugh for Raja, you want them to laugh for Prem. Then
How
the
will eating your fingers
pressure.
change the character?
That's an internal
But you know, and that's
battle.
the thing, like actually when you're doing comedy, you have to take comedy as seriously as doing
Yeah.
a drama.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
so
it's
you're
very-
putting yourself in those situations, and as an actor, you know, like it's actually happening to you. The people beating you up and this crying and the bullying and stuff, you're actually taking that's so serious. So it takes a toll on you because he had to do it double and doubly.
And diametrically opposite characters.
Totally opposite.
And of course, you had the baggage of carrying Salman Khan on your head.
Oh, that was.
And in the film. So, you know, so did you feel... I know that you don't carry the pressure with you, but when your father's around, he's very chilled out. But still must have been... I mean, did you second guess at all?
I did. But you know, when you're doing a film like that, conviction is key.
Yeah.
That's all what it's all about. That's it.
Yeah.
You only have your conviction. You have to believe the world. I had to actually believe that if something happens to me, it's going to happen to the other guy as well. Because when I was doing that action reaction, it had to actually come that I'm not in control of my body. Someone is controlling my body. This is something which is really crazy. And in the original, they didn't have stuff like Prem or Raja wouldn't freak out that much. In this, he really does freak out, Prem. And he's like, what is happening to me? And he goes and sees the
I
psychiatrist.
think this is by far the largest scale film that you're doing.
Yeah.
Everything is, you know, because your dads are that, yeah?
Bigger.
Bigger.
No, Sajid Nandiwala dad, I think teaming up together. I mean, the franchise in itself, the film was...
Plus, you've had a successful hit with your father already.
Yeah.
So that really helps.
I think just probably doing well in this genre, the comedy genre. You're an actor, you know it's difficult to land comedy.
Yeah.
And what's become more difficult in today's environment to do comedy, you're always worried that am I going to offend someone by doing this? And comedy has to, you have to.
Dude, it's not comedy. You can walk and offend someone now.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
not
okay.
walking right.
You
You
can
know?
do
I'm
that.
breathing.
I hate the times we live in. I wish I was born like 30 years earlier.
I'm sure some people are going to get offended after this, but I mean, I've made my peace with that, and I've been like, you know,
If
I've
you
done
wake
it.
up in the morning, I think people get offended now.
Yeah. अरे ये उठ गया क्यों उठा सो जा
Yeah, but it's tough. So we'll actually come to that because it's really tight. You know, you worship people, okay, and the three of them are, and you worship them, and you expect them to be forever the greatest that you are. You know, I think you all have become like, I think we're the fine line. You know how cricketers used to be.
Yeah.
You score 4 runs once and you get out, then they want to bombard your house.
this thing is-
I think actors ke saath hi ho raha hai, and I think that's the problem also of the phenomenon of social media, of which these three are the prime torchbearers. Okay, so let's talk. Varun,
This is not true.
Now tell me, what does she like? What does she like?
Champagne.
No, apart from champagne.
She loves playing squash. That's
Yeah,
her
that I know.
stress buster.
true.
No, I'm talking about materialistic things to buy. Now that she's so rich
Paratha.
also.
Buy. No, materialistic things.
London mein always shooting. Don't tell me you're going to go shopping.
She, you know, she loves sightseeing. She loves visiting places. So she likes to pick up 1-2 pieces from there, like जो local.
Oh, so
कुछ
एक
उसको
castle
मिल
उठा
जाए.
लिया.
हाँ, एक मिनट आगे
काफल
फिर-
उठा लिया
या 4-5 घोड़े उठा लिए.
फ्रिज
नाम पे कर
मैग्नेट
दो
से ज्यादा मैं और कुछ नहीं उठाती हूँ
And what about you?
I'm
Apart
not
from your
really
cars.
Oh my God! Sunglasses,
Yeah.
Sunglasses.
shoes,
Okay.
jackets.
Okay. And cars and houses?
No, not really.
वो उठाते नहीं, वो खुद आ जाते हैं, वो खुद आ जाते हैं
I've just bought a house, but you know, as an actor, that's very true. You get a lot of free stuff, man. I'm not gonna lie about this. You get clothes free. You get Jacqueline got me this, like I said.
Now we're coming to the shopaholic on the extreme left. Which is that one?
Yeah.
Got him those shoes.
She got me those shoes. that's
Really?
the fact,
Yes. Little lion.
Now tell me, now Jacqueline, about your what is she like when you go shopping
I
with her?
don't like shopping.
She doesn't actually like. She's not such a big shopper. You know,
Really?
she wants to go out. She definitely wants to go out and
See
like
see
experience
lions.
life.
See lions
she
and
loves
tigers.
animals.
She wanted to see
Oh,
in
so
Mauritius.
I never got to see them.
Oh, in a
We
zoo?
were in,
In-
no, no, no,
yeah,
we were in a
no.
zoo.
Okay.
We were shooting in Mauritius,
Yeah.
and you could
safari.
do this thing where you could walk with the lions. Okay.
Wow.
My brother did it. Rohit did it.
Yeah.
Ash in my eye.
There are eyelashes. obviously.
No, is there ash in my eye? It really
You know, if all we have to do is put a spy cam on with the three of them and we just keep sitting and listening to them. All right.
really
You have a
good.
lens.
Hello. Are we back here?
Okay, yeah.
She bought eyelashes.
All right, your father. Now tell me. This look like y'all.
Looks like she's related to him and not him.
so sweet. She had
He
more
loves
progress with him than y'all did.
But they're pretty close.
He
man.
worked
They're
with
very
me
close.
before.
They're buddies. Yeah.
I know.
He
Chashme
worked-
Paddu.
Yeah, he
but
worked
still.
with me before he worked with him.
They're
अरे
pretty
but वो
close.
उसका बेटा है.
तो क्या हो गया
नहीं, but ये-
डायरेक्टर तो पहले
see,
मेरा है
he's from Delhi. पूरा वो north का बसा हुआ है उनके अंदर, and she's from there, so they really connect on that in a big way.
So
I'm a proper Mumbai kid.
He's a true Punjabi.
Yeah.
He's
True.
a farzi Punjabi.
He
I'm a
he
Mumbai
loves food
fan.
and you don't eat food.
What are you talking
you?
about? I have like
खतरनाक है.
मुझसे पूछ एक डिश का डिटेल एक डिस्क्रिप्शन I can give from which stall in Delhi
So her
which place.
cheat food will not be like like pizzas and this and
No,
that.
it'll
Her
be
cheap
chole
food, yeah.
bhature, tikkiyan, aloo tikki, jo
Yeah, what was the
chaat
first
papdi-
thing, you know, when we did our shoot, we did our bikini shoot in Mauritius, she said, okay, I'm just waiting. So for 3 days we were there and she wasn't, you know, she was
You were starving.
really
She didn't eat
careful,
anything.
really
She didn't
careful with her
drink
food.
Wow.
And she's just eating ice cubes.
She didn't breathe.
Oh, no.
I didn't breathe.
Who has a better bikini body?
Who?
You have-
Varun has a better
No.
bikini body.
Probably.
Varun, look here and tell me, between the two girls, who has a better body? Fast. You
has
can't
a-
think over it. 1, 2, 3.
No.
One.
I think both have done a great job and both.
God. Dude, it's okay.
वो नहीं answer दे सकता
Varun,
है
I'm not
बेचारे
so popular like so many other hosts where, you know, this will get viral. Don't worry about it.
I think Amy Jackson has a great
Amy
body.
Jackson.
Oh,
Oh, are you gunning for her now? Then
Jackie,
is she going to be signing?
you know what to
Robot
do the
2.0.
next interview onwards, okay?
Amy Jackson.
Yeah.
Well, say Rajnikant, I have no problem.
Yeah,
She's
no,
hot.
no.
Yeah, I do agree, she's hot.
But Amy, you don't think Amy Jackson's hot?
You wait what Jackie are going to do from next time.
Yeah, you
What
wait.
the hell?
You only told me Amy Jackson is very
Yeah,
hot.
you wait and watch. Yeah.
You said follow on Instagram, she's very hot.
He makes up this
Their
shit.
lifestyle-
He makes up this shit. He makes
Listen,
up this shit
Varun.
for everyone.
No, listen.
Who else have said?
Jackie, people say you're obsessed. Does your life start and end with Instagram? Does it start and end with Instagram?
No, it does not.
So, I mean,
sleep
including
with it.
Twitter and Facebook.
No, not that either.
You say good night Twitter, good night Instagram.
Listen, at least, okay, you know what? If I am on Instagram, if I'm on Twitter, if I'm on Facebook, I'm on it and I'm documenting my life and my pictures and stuff. There are people who don't document anything, but they're secretly on it all the time.
That's sick.
Those people annoy me.
Sick.
Because I'm just like,
So I know one person who told me this. That's Ranbir Kapoor.
Yeah,
he,
he's on.
he
Yes.
sits and stalks everybody.
They're like the
but he does-
mole.
Yeah.
hey, listen, I'm putting up
More
my
on
own pictures.
Instagram.
That's my wish if I want to document my life. I was like, but what about those people who are like on it? They never get
Ranbir, you're
called
in the
out.
dock. Because you're the one who's following everyone who knows everything about everyone. Because that's the gossip column that he has. Coming back to Judwaa. Did you enjoy this this zone? You know, it's a very different... I mean, I know it's your zone as well, but this is large. This is father and son. And
She's done your houseful.
So I've worked with the family before.
Yeah.
I've worked with Rohit, you know.
Rohit's a little different. Rohit's like still the...
So different.
He's like the Terminator in the family.
Yeah, he is. He's so different. I mean, like, honestly, like, when we were shooting Sautaraki,
Yeah.
was when your dad told me that, you know, Judwaa 2 is happening, he wanted me to be a part of it and stuff, and I was like, whoa. Like, more than anything, I was just like, wow, this is such a big brand, and also, it was working with Dhawan, actually, which was a really, really big deal for me. And even though I've done comedy, I've been part of the Houseful franchise and stuff like that, this was going to be the king of kings, you know, working with the king of kings of comedy. And that was very intimidating, and reprising Karishma's role was another daunting task. So,
Lots to talk about, actually, the two of them. You know, I'll tell you why I say this, because I think he's coming to his own. You know, whenever you go for a screening, you go for so many screenings sometimes, you know, the Dhawan Parivar calls everybody that they've ever known in their life, and they pay for all their tickets, okay? So when they actually have screenings, they have like 1,000 screens with 1,000 people in there, and every time he comes in there, he'll meet all the kids, he'll meet all the people, and I really like that about him, and that's the reason why he's very genuinely loved by a lot of people, you know, and it's not just the box office, which is the equity that you're carrying into this film. Salman Khan. What did he say? Everything earlier, you know, I'll tell you one story. When one day he went on a very big reality show set and Salman said, take off his shirt, let me see your abs. I don't see your abs, I don't see this. Does he still do that to you?
He does. I mean, he checks
What?
like what.
Yeah,
no,
he
he
checks.
always checks like what's
Checks
your
your
workout.
What's your
like, what are
workout?
you
Yes,
doing?
he
What's your
does.
intake? What's your this? What
Yes,
are you
so
doing and all that
he
stuff.
loves it. He just waits for you to ask him, like, I don't know, yeah, I'm really working on my legs, but I'm not really getting good. Okay, let me tell you. Like, he just waits for you to say a question or ask a question like that, and he's just like, okay, this is what you're gonna do.
But you doing his bit, well, he's also in the film.
He's in the
so
film.
what did he say? Has he seen bits and pieces of it?
He's seen some songs. He knows what's going on. He knows the situation, what's going on. I just, I mean, before I started the film, he told me, he said, you're going to get remember there's going to be a lot of negativity which will come probably from my fans who won't be ready. He's like, I mean, how would you feel if someone was doing a role that I've done?
Because
I
he
said,
hasn't retired.
Exactly. No,
He's still
obviously.
acting. Yeah,
He's
that's
at it.
why.
He's at it. But, so, I mean, you know, honestly, in the beginning, I was very overwhelmed. But then, I mean, I had to just take it as a film.
Do you see similarities? You work with both of them.
Of
No, no,
course.
no.
Yeah?
Of course I do. I mean, it's just, it's passion for cinema. It's
Yeah.
very simple. They're both unbelievably obsessed, passionate, living, eating, breathing cinema and you know, Hindi films. So, yeah.
Do they eat fingers also, both of them?
Yeah, he does.
But now, when you walk into this film, was this now going to be a very... Do you think this is going to be the big, you know, the little missing chink in the Bollywood armory that you needed?
You've really made it a warrior today.
The shoes, it's the gladiator.
Bro, have you seen her punch and kick? So even she has a really big
I'm
kick.
telling you, she's assaulted two people today.
Nonsense. No, this was probably one thing that was left, and people thought that I will not do it or I cannot
Yeah,
do
because
it.
they thought you'd become the torchbearer of Nari Shakti.
Yeah, I'm still the torch flag bearer of Nari Shakti. Yeah, but they thought, so I like to surprise people or shock for some. Jab Pink came, people never thought I'm going to do this. Shabana never, people thought I'll be the face of a film. And now, after that, definitely they didn't think that I'm going to take up something like Judwaa too. So this was a big surprise, and I always like to surprise people, and that's what has worked for me till now. So this definitely was one genre which I knew people are going to be totally like taken aback. Oh, she's taking this now, which happened.
Did
So-
she surprise you?
See, you know, honestly, I am a little bit more well-versed with her work down south. Like, I've seen a little bit here, there, because I've seen a few South films. So I know that she could dance well, but I didn't know she'd do it so well. Also, I think the idea behind Taapsee doing this role was that Taapsee will bring Taapsee to the role. And she won't do it like how probably anyone would do
Correct,
it. You know, you need Taapsee to make the role her own and do it in her own way. And I think the interpretation that she's given is her own interpretation of what a 2017 girl would probably react in these situations with the conviction of the
Because
film.
I cannot have played Ramba the way Ramba was. The girls are not
And
really like that.
the roles
anymore.
have changed.
Of
actually.
course. Times have changed. I mean, we all want to replicate 90s, but there has to be a 2017
Yeah,
touch
yeah,
to it.
100%.
Yeah.
Which is what you all have done with music as well.
Yeah.
There's a
yes.
nice touch to it. Varun, you have a great sense in music. and you know, I don't know, people, they don't credit him enough, by the way. Subha Hone Na De, do you know this? Subha Hone Na De is his.
How?
He's the one, don't be, he actually ended up with the lyrics and various kinds of things he ended up working on it. People don't even know that Varun Dhawan helped his brother out to find that song. Mika Paji approved it because of him. And the song is super hit today and they've not given you credits.
No, it's not. I think you have to give Pritam the
thing
full
is, you know,
credit.
I know every...
See,
you know how many books I have about you?
It
I
gave,
can write 20 books.
because it comes from Chris Brown's track, you know. X.
How do you know so much about Varun?
Because I spent so much time with him.
Oh God, that's like very tricky. He spent a lot of time with Varun.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time together.
You
I
are-
think, you know, one very cool thing about Subha Hone Na De, that the rap was initially going to be sung by Yo-Yo Honey Singh.
Yeah.
He sung the rap. And then we used a very small verse of his. Honey Singh wasn't Honey Singh then. And that was Honey Singh's first proper
My
Bollywood
God, how
song.
life could
No
have
one,
changed
no
for
one
everyone.
knew that he's going to blow up to become a superstar after that.
Yeah, well, when you go back and reminisce, things change. But the music of this film, do you like it?
I do like it a lot. So we have only 4 songs in this film. Because like you said, things are changing in a narrative. Sometimes songs slow down when they're not. So all our songs are situational. Tan Tana Tan 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 Tara, Uche Building. I mean, I can't say much about that. That's Anu Malik. And that melody just works. It just works.
He's happy that we're all taking his name again. You know, I love him as a
No, I
fun
love him.
guy.
I mean, he's a great guy.
He's a really fun guy.
Then Sajid Wajid have done a great track called Suno Ganpati Bappa Moria, which is, I mean, it's a very well programmed song in general. And the last one, Aato Sahi by Meet Brothers, is amazing. And Neha Kakkar is featured in every song, which is amazing.
I love her as an artist.
I think she's like every song she.
So she's
sings
like the Arijit Singh. You know,
She is.
If Arijit Singh sings every song,
She sings, मतलब जो भी गाना गाती है वो hit हो जाता
super
है.
hit.
Super hit.
As performers, do you now like the really hardcore tracks or do you prefer like the softer tracks? Because you perform so much on stage as well.
She's a performer.
Yeah, so I think, I mean, like, honestly, like, I get very excited when I hear that we have, like, a dance number coming up. Because I know that there's going to be, like, rehearsals going into it. And, you know, I can envision also using them in, like, performances and shows
But
and on
you've really,
stage.
really developed as a dancer.
Huh?
She's really developed as a dancer in the last 2-3 years. You know, it's been fantastic.
Yeah, because also when I first came here, I was continuously shouted at by most of the choreographers.
What was the toughest part of dance that you found here? Was it the waist or the latka jhatka? What
Yeah,
was it?
it was classical. It was like typical Bollywood, desi kind of like dancing, which was not in my body and it was not in my blood. And, you know, so in my first film, Aladdin, like we had to do this song called Ore Savaria. And that was my first song that I was shooting, and I was fully clad as this like bride. And I had this shot with Amit ji, and we literally just had to walk. The shot, the choreographer was just taking a shot of us walking, but obviously in that kind of like style. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't walk. It was completely like alien to me. And in front of like 100 dancers, I got told, "What is this girl doing?" And I was just like, but then I realized, I was like, you know, and I went back and I said, listen, I I don't know this form of dance, you know, and you know, she goes, yeah, but you're an actress and you need to know, and that's not an excuse. So I was like, she's absolutely right. You know, there are no excuses.
Yeah, no,
You
Bollywood
can't
dance is
say-
something I will learn. Yeah, Bollywood classes. Are you?
She's a trained classical
Yeah, she's a
dancer.
classical
Yeah,
dancer.
it's classical base.
But still, Jhatka Matka is a little different, isn't it?
It is because, you know, obviously it has to have a little bit of tadka into your regular dance moves. But then, I mean, I love dancing. That's been my first love. Acting, to I keep saying, वो set पे मैंने जैसे जैसे सीख ली. But dancing was what I was really into. I was in Shamagda, I was troupe for like 6 years after my classical training.
Do you know I was rejected from his troupe? You know,
For being
I
too
feel
Ashley
that.
Lobo and Shamak Davar both. Bro, it's rejected. Bro, it's not happening. You can't pirouette. Just please go. After 4 days. Shamak said you can jump around if you feel like, but that's
Jump
about
around.
it. The sum of
Hold the
five
props.
और नहीं होने वाला है.
Pirouette takes more than 4 days.
It
No,
does.
they said they wanted to see something in. And they said there's nothing that we can see.
I can see Jacqueline teaching dance after a couple of years.
Yeah?
Teaching
Like
dance?
having her own institute, you can.
Really?
Yeah, like
That's
a-
so sweet.
Yeah.
No, it is beautiful though. It's
It
such
is
a great
beautiful.
expression. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's so.
It's very different.
Very
therapeutic.
liberating.
Yeah, for all three who can dance. He on the first film only was such a great dancer. There are lots of others that can actually vouch for the fact that dance is a very, very painful experience if you don't know how to do it. And it's even more painful when you watch it.
No,
Thanks,
but
guys.
anybody can dance.
Anybody can
Anybody
dance.
can
Anybody.
dance, yeah.
Anybody can dance how they think. It's like saying everyone says I'm a great singer.
Bathroom dancer.
Ah,
But yeah, it's
You
a
know?
form of expression. You know, it's okay.
yeah, that's we like to express. Thanks so much for joining us,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
May you have another thousands of crores coming in your kitty. Yeah, you're there.
ले रही है सब.
One day, I'm waiting for the day when you have a flop. You know, you've had.
Why are you waiting for this day?
Oh!
Why?
What goes up must come down one day, bro.
No. This is. See, listen, I'm just going to say I've had doubters, I've had haters from day one of my career, and everyone has.
Yeah.
So it's nothing new for me. It hits me.
Look, sir, I don't
take it
doubt
on
you and
the
I don't
chin.
hate you.
Yeah, so then you can't wish bad for me.
I'm not wishing you bad. I'm just saying that it'll be nice. Like,
I don't like nice.
He'll be
it's a
consistent.
different bit, right?
He'll be consistent.
I want to be like Rahul Dravid.
See you soon. Take care and see you guys.
Bye, guys.